story time. I did have one encounter with maybe a rookie Gaijin hunter. I think when I was fresh off the boat, way back in 2004. I'll make it a quick story. So basically, I just came to Japan and I was thinking I was getting a little bit homesick. And so I was walking around Tokyo. I just went for a walk, wandering around Tokyo on my day off during the daytime. I had a day off at like Monday or Tuesday or something like that. So I'm walking, I walk from some random station all the way through and end up back in Shibuya. And it's like about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. The only place that was open, I think, was the Hub at that time. So I go into the Hub just for a drink. I mean, I don't even think it was like an alcoholic drink. And then like the waitress, she comes running over to me. And, she's like, oh, because I'm the only one in there. And she comes running over to me, serving me and stuff like that. And I couldn't speak any Japanese at that time, but she was talking to me. And then, she, towards the end when we were about to leave, that's right, I remember I had like a jersey on. So like I had like a football jersey on, some baggy pants or whatever. I looked like, typical, 2000s hip hop dude. And she was like, oh, let's go for some food or something like that. Do you want to go out on a date? Her English wasn't great from what I remember, but she was like, do you want to go out for a restaurant or izakaya? And I was like, okay, sure. This is, I'm like, hey, I'm the man, I guess. So she was, pretty cute, whatever, Japanese girl. So I wait for her. She's like, okay, I'm gonna go change. So I wait for her, and she comes out with, and podcast listeners have heard this before, she comes out with like this, all I remember is this really bright yellow hip hop sweatshirt, like Inois or Mecca or something type of sweatshirt. It's yellow and white. And then she had like this huge fake medallion with with like poker cards spread out, on the medallion with fake rubies all in it. And I'm just like, should I just like run for the door right now? Like, but there's really nothing I could do. And so, and I'm a nice guy. I was like, all right, cool, let's go out. So we went out and we go to this izakaya. And this is I'm not trying to pigeonhole all Japanese women like that, but she was pretty racist, like because she was like, hey, do you want some chicken? And I'm like, not really. I'm not in the mood for any chicken. She's like, oh, this place has really good chicken. You should try some. I'm like, I don't really want to eat chicken. And so she was like, the fried chicken here is great. And so she was pushing this fried chicken. I'm like, fine, get the fried chicken, whatever. I'm blinded by your medallion right now. I can't really focus. So she orders some karaage, which is Japanese style fried chicken, but it's like terrible. It's like a huge chunk of chicken. It's all messed up, right? And so we eat, and I'm like, okay, I'm never gonna see this chick again. Like the date was quite mediocre. Her medallion was horrible. I'm not, I was embarrassed walking around Shibuya with her. And so then she's like, here, you can take it home with you, which is normally not a thing. So I guess you normally don't get doggy bags in Japan at all, especially back then. So somehow she must have pressed the staff to get a doggy bag. And so she gives me this big lump of like fried chicken. And I'm like, okay, thanks, whatever. And I threw it in the fridge when I got back to my guest house. And like a week later, when I went to throw it out, I looked at it and it was like, the secret, the Kaiser Sose moment revealed, like, she ordered the chicken because I'm black. Kind of moment. So